Hi, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. How are you? Right, tonight, tarot and oracle readings available. They'll be quick readings. If you want something more in depth, donations are available to PayPal, hikatescrossing@outlook.com. And I just realized the banner. Let's just edit that. I forgot the app. That's better. So there we are, hikatescrossing@outlook.com. If you actually want to use the PayPal button on my blog, you can do. There is a link to that down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can also check out the links on my blog to Twitter and Instagram. The links on my channel, to Twitter and Instagram, and you can also, there's a link to Unseen Alley if you want a private reading, or through my blog. And you can also check out Make Playing Cards if you want to check out the tarot decks that I have already created myself. Okay, so tarot readings and oracle. Okay, so tonight's decks we have Tarot Familiar with Echoes of Nature. That's the animal type decks I've got working together tonight. Okay. We also have some of my other decks are Santa Muerte Tarot, Santa Muerte Oracle, Spanish Tarot with the Angel Oracle. And there's lots of other decks as well. Hey, Jen. How's things going across the sea? They're okay. They're okay. They're not too bad. I've just had a bit of a lazy me day today. I got my alarm all set for the lives this morning and slept through. Slept through all the lives this morning. I had it all set up for Simon and slept right through. So that was hopeless. But no problem. It's one of those. I've just had a really lazy day because I had to wait until my daughter had got my gas bottle filled. She'd done my groceries yesterday. And then did my gas bottle was closer to this afternoon. It was closer to one after lunch actually. So just playing with cards and reading. Oh, awesome. Yeah, just been really, I think it's getting to the stage now where you just, if I wasn't for my lives and if it wasn't for the lives of like Tarot Oracle or the other lives and things, I certainly become very lazy. Like I notice I've been wanting to watch a lot of videos. We started off with YouTube and that, but I sort of moved into the F movies, just TV series. Oh my God, talk about lazy. So absolutely loving the Echoes of Nature and totally adoring, so loving the Spanish Tarot. The Fournier, loving this deck. I'm absolutely loving the Spanish Tarot. You'd be lost. Yeah, I'm the same. So yeah, absolutely loving them. Oh, it's tarot. It's not a tarot deck. It's an oracle. Echoes of Nature is an oracle deck. It's not tarot. It's totally oracle deck. Things like boundaries, intuition, perspective, personal space, honesty, unexpected friends, comfort, wisdom, casting a long shadow. It's just 72 cards, not 78. It's just 72 oracle cards. Challenges ahead, leading the way, that sort of thing. Love. And then it's got the tree, love, big opportunities, speaking out, solitude, meditation, beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? Looking at the past, flaunt it, playfulness. Oh, which tarot deck did I assign it to? Oh, tarot tonight. I've done Tarot Familiar. Oh yeah, the Tarot Familiar. Only because there's not so many animals and all the all. I like, if I'm using an animal deck, I actually prefer the Tarot Familiar because it doesn't have so many animals in it. As you can see, that it's a pip card, pip cards, the non-scenic ones, and then it's just got the animals with the court cards and the major arcana and ace as well. Let's have a look. Just having a quick skizzy. Oh, knave, judgment. Oh, like the ace cups are owls. Yes, I'm pairing it with the Tarot Familiar, Jen. Just because there's not so many animals, it's a little bit more selective. So it doesn't, I don't think it takes away from echoes. Oh, you like the mages in this deck? Yeah, so do I. I actually think when I'm working with an animal deck, I've actually decided, like, even though I like the animal wisdom, I think it becomes too much animals, too many different animals when you're doing a reading with the oracle cards. Like, say, for example, let's just lay this out. Give us a message for, oh, okay. Knight of Wands, right? Then we got Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, and say Six of Cups. Okay, so you got 4 tarot, right? Then no, I change them when I feel like it. I do change them when I feel like it. I don't always stick to the same, and I'll mix and match my tarot with different oracle or oracle with different tarot. Yeah, changing it all the time just keeps it different. Okay, here we got memories and being sly. Oh, I love that one, blending in. See, I think, what does that look like, Jen? See, I just want to look at it with that. I'm just going to grab the my other animal deck. Okay. See, here's this with the animal wisdom. I don't know. It might look, I mean, it might look all right. Let's move this down a bit. Does that become too many animals? I think color-wise, you like the bright with the darker deck. That's too much the same. Hi, Kiera. So, Jen, you were saying you like, yeah. I think I like this, the Echoes of Nature with the Tarot Familiar. I think the Animal Wisdom deck is a bit light. Yeah, I could use both. I suppose it depends on the mood. I think at the moment I'm just so into my tarot. I'm just quite like the Echoes of Nature. I sort of don't want to take away from the animals and that. Right. What was I looking at? Oh, yeah, just mucking around with the colours. I wasn't really doing a reading at this stage. Right, take a deep breath. What my ex wants with me. Try to ask him. Might be communication. Straight away, I'm sort of getting a sense of needing to communicate. Okay, there's some things in life that you cannot worry about, Kiara. Okay, I've got the 5 of Cups here, and I'm getting the 10 of Wands. It's like it's weighing you down. It's causing a burden, worrying about it. Things are intense the more you worry. And you got the Knight of Swords. I got basically what I'm seeing here, Kiara. Hi, Patsy. What I'm seeing here is basically there's some things in life you can't control and worry about. Some things are sort of like they're weighing you down because of it. I think they're sort of weighing you down. So I just feel like things are quite intense and quite like there's a lot of chaos and stuff going on around you. And there seems to be like a lot of be careful about rushing into any situation. Yep, it's a free reading. Not charged. I don't know why I've got that. Unexpected friends. So, sense of solitude. Why am I getting this for you? There seems to be a real block to the situation. Hi, Billy Bunny. Kira, I'm getting a real block from the situation. It's like you need to find yourself with some friends and things like that. I feel like there's a lot of worry going. It's like you're worrying about it. Hi, that tarot lady. Hi, I feel like there's a lot of worry about it. So I feel like there's a lot of weighing you down and a lot of chaos and stuff happening around you. And there's a chance for you just to try and find a way to look at things before rushing in to the situation. Feels like you need a bit of alone time, of course, a bit of solitude in that, and maybe find some, it's like he wants you to be a friend in some way or get back to being a friendship. Or I've got unexpected friends here, and I've got solitude, and I feel like there's a need for you to speak out. So I don't know whether this is a good, it doesn't feel very, doesn't doesn't feel as though it's going to be good for you, Kiara. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it's not good for you. I feel like you need to really speak out and say, you know, enough's enough, sort of. I mean, it's up to you what you do with it, but I just feel like it's weighing you down. It's really weighing you down. And I think it's like he wants to go back to being friends or something. He expects you to be friends in some way. But I feel like the solitude is really valuable to you right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He wants to be friends but gets jealous if yeah. Okay, that's why I'm getting a real heavy energy about it. Yeah, career. I just feel like it's like you need to. Yeah, it's like he wants you to for himself, basically. But you need to speak out. I think you need to challenge that. You need to, but up to you what you do with it. I feel like you need to strategize, make some plans, and allow yourself to speak out about the situation. Because it's actually not doing, I feel like it's not doing you any good overall. He wants you to be friends, but he also wants you to be, so, you know, he wants you to be there available for him. I don't feel it's good for you. I think look, Kira, totally up to you what you do with it. But if I can be a bit harsh here, I feel like I'm going to be a bit harsh. He wants friendship, but he also does not want you to be with anyone else. It's a sense of controlling. I suppose he wants you. Yeah, you're right, Kira. You're right, Jen. I'm going to be really harsh. I feel like I'm going to be really harsh here, and I just want Kira to be prepared for what I'm about to say. Because I'm going to be straight, you know, I feel like the cards are coming through quite strongly here. Okay. The best thing that you can actually do is to make plans for yourself. Okay? Don't rush into something with him. Okay? He's not actually good for you. Kira, he's not good for you. Okay? You need to speak up. You need to communicate exactly what you want, what you desire. And you've got to decide whether you want to be with somebody who gets jealous when you speak to somebody else. Me personally, and you don't have to agree with me or not, but me personally, I could never be with anybody who was like that. To me personally, to have somebody who doesn't really want to be in a relationship with you, but wants you as a friend, but then expects you to be in solitude, it's like they're expecting you to, like he's expecting you to never be with another person. That's not right. That's not right. I think you need to, I feel like you need to speak. I want to say put your foot down, Kira. I want to say put your foot down with the situation. Okay? I think you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, thanks, Jen. Don't forget thumbs up. Don't forget to like the videos. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. Here, really, I can only give you ideas and suggestions about what's going on. Ultimately, the choice has to be yours. You're the one that's got to live with it. You've got to decide if you can actually live in that situation. So totally up to you. Cool. Just give me a minute to clear that energy. Clear that. I feel him very heavy. He's got a very heavy energy about him. Very dominant energy. Right. So I don't know if anybody else. Oh, okay, Patsy, what lies ahead for me? I don't know if there was anyone else that asked. Yeah, he's kind of control. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's good for you, Kiera, to be honest. I don't think it's super good for you. Oh, Billabani, I'm sort of really been busy lately. Oh, yep, cool. Okay, so Patsy, what lies ahead for you in career? What lies ahead for you in career? What lies ahead for you, Patsy, in career? What's interesting? 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords. That's right. Interesting. Okay. That was weird. Okay, so see here, Patsy. What lies ahead for your career? Career is all about thought. It's all about finding, this has got a lot of stress and worry going in here, and finding yourself trapped in a situation. So make sure that whatever's going on for you, that you are able to break free from what's keeping you trapped or keeping you stuck or bound in something. Be careful you don't overstress yourself, Patsy. Make sure you find some balance in your career. Okay? Really important with business and everything that you're not overstressed and you're not getting yourself stuck into a situation. It's like you need to ask for some help, ask for some support to see if you can make sure, yeah, okay, because of the virus, of course. Yeah, I know things are a bit tough at this time. So I think that's part of that. Unfortunately, there's not a lot, but definitely ask for some help. Definitely try and find a mentor or somebody who can guide and help you to get you out of this feeling of feeling stuck. Okay, in regards to love life, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So it's about finishing or completing tasks, working hard. It's a sense of working hard at it, and also giving unconditionally. So when you're working hard at the relationship and you're giving unconditionally as well, as part of it is really important. Oh, okay, bakery business, no customers, of course. Yeah, these are really tough times. So you're going to find another way to do your business. You might have to look at another alternative to doing your business, maybe a delivery or something like that can get you out of it. Maybe a mentor can give you some ideas or suggestions. There's some mentor online some business mentors online that might be able to give you some ideas in the way and other things that you could do with your bakery to get you out of, I don't know what your restrictions are and where you live. Like for us, all our bakeries have closed down at the moment this month. Yeah. So for your love life, I feel like there's a sense of working hard, working at it, giving unconditionally. And with that, it sort of like leads you out of the cold in such a way. Like overall, I feel like you'll be led out of the cold. It's going to be generally, you're going to be okay in the end, but it's just going to take some hard work. So let's have a look. Oh, your government's not helping you, Patsy. Oh, that makes it really tough. That's why I think if you can find a mentor online, someone who can give you some ideas, could be really good. It's about looking to the future. It's interesting. Gathering inspiration. So what else can inspire you with your business as well? And make sure you have lots of self-care, Patsy. Yeah, helping hand. So again, asking for that help is going to be really important for you to actually move on in your areas of life, you know, in your business and things like that. It's like asking for help. I think that's going to be really important. So I think you just got to try. You got to go, okay, find. I think the first thing you got to do, Patsy, is look for a mentor online, somebody who does mentoring, a life coach, something like someone like that can sort of, you know, give you some ideas, give you some suggestions in different ways that you could work with your business or whatever else other skills you have. You know, what other skills do you have that could supplement your income at this time as you're not getting any help, making sure that you are taking care of yourself. So what else inspires you to be able to look towards the future? What else inspires you? What other thing seems really important to you at this time, Patsy? This is a reading that's sort of really asking you to look deeply within yourself and go, okay, yeah, it's a tough time for me, but with what's going on, I understand that, I acknowledge that. Now, what can I do what inspires me to branch out, maybe do something a bit different than what I'm doing at the moment, maybe expand or maybe do something different, not necessarily expand, but do something different with the business. Yeah, some mentorship, somebody who does life coaching or somebody who does mentorship, yeah, definitely is the way to go, Patsy. That's definitely going to help you with the tough times, because there are some mentors out there who have some really good ideas and good suggestions to get the business moving and get things running and get things moving maybe in a different direction that you might not have actually thought about. That might be super important for you right now, just to find something. So it's just about getting out of that worry, that stress, everything that's going on. It feels like you're going to overcome the challenges and get out of the cold, but it is going to take some time. But I think if you can have some mentorship, I think that's going to help. So there, I hope that helps, Patsy. Sorry, I'm struggling seeing the screen. Oh, my glasses on. Yeah, I know it's very difficult. I know it's very difficult, Patsy. And I know it's not an easy path. Sorry, just having a drink. Yeah, investment into a mentor can really pay off. So true. Oh, you're welcome, Patsy. You're welcome. Yeah, different countries have such different rules and things. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's the rain that's coming through. Just started to rain quite heavy. Right. I'll show you what other cards. Who wants to see my collection of cards? Tarot only. So I'll show you some of my tarot cards. Oh, you're in Jakarta, Patsy. Wow. Wow, okay. Quite different. You want to see some of my decks? Okay. Okay, I'm going through them. Right, let's have a look at some of these, what I've got on the table so far. Okay, first deck I've got here is the Epic Tarot. This is the Epic Tarot. Now, this deck is quite different. It has the suits, swords, then there is the books, okay? It's got the spheres, and it's got the vessels, okay? Now, so that's your 4 suits. Now it's got, let's have a look. It's got the Phoenix for the Queen. Griffin is for the Knight. Now let's have a look. The Dragon for the King. And the Unicorn for the Page. So it's basically the Page, the Griffin, the Phoenix, and then the Dragon. So that's the court cards. You got what else? Let me have a look. Okay, the major arcana has a light yellow border. You can see how the different colors bordered for the different suits as well. So that's the Epic Tarot, and there are some differences, and with the like the Magician is quite different, and Judgment's very different, and that's the Death cards are very different. And that's the Tower. So you can sort of see the cards are quite different. This is the Devil. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the Moon card. Sorry, I got confused for a second. That's the Moon card. That's the Death card there. Sorry, ran the wrong way. I wasn't thinking, brain dead. So yeah, the cards are a bit different. Oh, this is called the Epic Tarot, Jen. Epic Tarot. Okay, Epic. It's called, that's the back. Yeah, it's called the Epic Tarot. With the different court cards, and the other cards are quite different. Yeah, so that was the Epic Tarot. Okay, that I've got there. This is the Secrets of Tarot. This is just sort of a cheaper deck I got. Rider-Waite type imagery. It's got the words on it, a little bit of description with the court cards, but they're very similar to Rider-Waite Smith, except they look more like sort of some sort of pixelated photo, but fuzzy, grainy type. And the card stock's not that great, but the Secrets of Tarot, it's a good little deck to work with. It's quite easy for Rider-Waite Smith, especially if someone's learning. This is a great beginner's deck for anyone who's learning tarot. Quite good. Like, it's been quite good when the kids have come over and want to do a reading. I haven't had to do a reading for them because they can do it themselves. So there's that one, Secrets of Tarot. Right. Then we've got the Santa Muerte Tarot. Okay, again, you've got imagery that's quite different. So it does take a bit of work through it. But the imagery is quite like, these are the tens, all have butterflies on them, but they're different colors, like Pentacles is green. So yeah. Cups will be blue, the wands are red. So you can sort of see the wands are red, pentacles are yellow. Well, swords are yellow in some of them. I think yeah, it's all, there's no real set color or anything. It's a bit, cups are blue. Yeah, see, I've got wands red. The Lovers. Moon's quite cool, isn't it? Now, this is the Two of Pentacles, which is quite different. So, yeah, that's a Strength. That's a Two of Swords. So it does take a little bit of work, the deck, but quite a good one. All right, Jen, take care. Okay, so that's the Santa Muerte Tarot. The one I was using was Tarot Familiar, with the animals as the mages, the aces, and the court cards, and the rest are non-scenic pips. So that's quite a good, and with each suit being a different color, so that's quite good. So that's the Tarot Familiar. I've got Tarot de Marseille. This is a Claude Burdel, 1751, reproduced in 87, I think. 97. So just a normal Tarot de Marseille type deck. So there's that. Then I've got Spanish Tarot as well. Spanish Tarot. So again, very similar to the Tarot de Marseille type decks, just the images are slightly different, but the same sort of card. So there's that. You can see, give you an idea. So that's the Spanish tarot. So there's those there. Let's get rid of this lot. Makes it a bit easier to move. Why do the lovers? Lovers is normally about, can be about choice. If you're getting lovers a lot, it can be about choices to make. It can be about trying to find some balance within the relationship. Depends on whether depends on what's going on within the relationship, really. Okay, tarot cards. Okay, I've got the Animal Wisdom Tarot. And these are got fossils, feathers, branches, fossils, oh, and shells. And shells. So they're the 4 suits, and they're all sorts of animals. Every card has a different animal on them. But there are some name differences with the major arcana as well. Like the Hierophant is actually called Keeper of Sacred Traditions. It's a bull. Spider for Sacred Spinner for the Wheel of Fortune. So they're also a bit different. That's okay, Eliza. No worries. I'm just going through all my showing some of my tarot decks that I've got, my tarot collection. Oh, you're in and out with your Wi-Fi. Oh, your Wi-Fi is playing up. Okay. No worries. Okay, I've got the Dragon Tarot by Nigel Suckling. This is also a what they call like a pip deck, you know, non-scenic as such, even though there are sort of scenes in behind the non-scenic, in behind the pips. There's dragons through the court cards, aces, and major arcana, of course. And you'll see that the minors have blue labels at the bottom, blue title things, and the majors have green. So you can sort of see. So this is the Dragon Tarot by Nigel Suckling. Okay, Nigel Suckling also did the Fallen Angels. For those of you that know that that deck is now coming back out. It's now being re-released, which is exciting. So that's called the Dragon Tarot. That's the back to that one. That's quite a good deck. Comes with a nice book and everything as well. Let's have a look what else we've got. Okay, got the Starman Tarot by David Bowie. Oh, well, David De Angelis, actually in conjunction with David Bowie, did the Starman Tarot. It's a very busy tarot deck. There's a lot going on in it. It's actually really good to read with, but there are some differences with some of the couple of the cards have changed names and things like that with the major arcana. And they have prince, it's got princess, prince, queen, and king. There's another one that's sort of slightly different. So yeah, but very busy deck. That's the World Empress. So it takes a little bit of time to sort of just hone in on something. Like we've got the instead of the hermit, it's the alien. So that's a difference. And then you've got the sacred clown, and if I can find it. It's the lovers. There's the sacred crown instead of the fool. And the starman instead of the magician. So it becomes sacred clown in starman. And then the high priestess and etc. So yeah, gorgeous deck to work with. Absolutely gorgeous, but quite busy. Oh, Elisa, yeah, sure. Just give me a minute. Let me put these cards back, because I was just showing my decks. I was just showing Patsy some of my tarot decks that I have. So let me just put these away. I can't work with these on the table. Okay. Okay, Lisa, because I'm working with Tarot Familiar tonight, so I'm just sort of trying to stick in the echoes of nature. So, Elisa, trust the people around you. Elisa, trust the people around you. This time, can Elisa trust the people around you? Okay, Four of Cups says you do need to make sure that you are aware. Okay, you are aware of what's actually going on. You've definitely got to take time to pause. Don't be rushing around. Don't be rushing into anything. Take a moment, take a pause, look at what's been happening, look around you. There is a lot about looking around and being aware. Here we've got Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands does talk a sense about coming together, being able to sort of celebrate. Oh, I'm getting hot. Chance for you to sort of celebrate around the people. So as long as you're aware of what's actually going on, I think it'll be okay. As long as you don't get blinded by it. Knave of Wands. Youthful motivation. So yeah, I think it'll be okay, but you just got to be super aware of what's actually going on around you. Just keep your head up, just keep yourself so you're not missing what's going on around you. Don't jump to conclusions about stuff as well. Just to be in the moment, be in the now, save the moment. And just make sure you've got your strategies all worked out, your plans, and allowing yourself to just seek what's important to you. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a-okay, but you've just got to be aware of what's actually going on around you, and then it'll give you the chance to actually celebrate, and there will be a sense of stability. I feel like there'll be a sense of stability. Okay, there will be a sense of stability in the situation. Don't know about growth, but definitely feel like there will be a sense of stability. But definitely about strategizing, making plans and anything, but don't jump to conclusions about the situation. Just enjoy the moments. Just enjoy the moment. Don't jump to conclusions. Enjoy the moment and just make sure that you've got your plans in place that you need to do for you, and just keep your head up so you don't miss the situation. This is really about taking a moment, take a pause, take a breath. Take a breath. Eliza, take a breath. And then you've got yourself moving into a sort of a celebratory sort of situation, a situation that you can enjoy and relax with. You know, people that you can relax and enjoy with. And this is just about making sure you've got all the information that you need, and then you can sort of move ahead. So sure, Eliza, that's the message I've got for you at this time. Okay. Right, what was I up to? Okay, Eliza. Okay, Patsy, I've got Circle of Life, Tarot. This is a round deck. It's about knowing the symbol, what the symbols are on the edges, the numbers, the wands, the swords, the chalices, and the cups and swords. And then you've got the mages, of course. So you can tell the mages because they've got Roman numbers, and then the suits just have the actual number on it. And then you'll have the differences between the court cards, the knave, the knight, the queen, and the king. So yeah. So that's the Circle of Life for you. That's the back. And I think they've just brought out a new Circle of Life. It's like the second edition on this one. So I think there's a third edition that's just come out. Oh, this is just a tarot kit. Again, it's very, I don't know, sort of stuck between a sense of Rider-Waite and Marseille type of thing. As you can see, it's just swords and the wands. It's sort of stuck between Rider-Waite and Marseille in some respect. In some of the cards, you can sort of see like the cup and the coins or pentacles. So yeah, it's just a tarot kit that comes with a little book. That's the back of it. Oh, Eliza, I hope you got your message, okay? I did do it. And I've got the Native American Tarot. Okay, that's the front, that's the back. Again, you've got different suits. The names of the bottoms of the cards are a little bit different. They'll have keywords at the bottom as well. And like 8 of Shields is sandpaper. 6 of Shields is giveaway dance. Temperance is actually the weaver in this one. 2 of Blades is travois. 1 of Blades, it's just Ace of Blades, 1 of Blades, the Fool. Of course, 8 of Vessels is indolence. 1 of Shields. 7 of Vessels is like Vision Quest. Then you got Chief of Vessels, quite different. The Moon. The Scout for 4 of Blades. So yeah, the words in that are a bit different. This was the first tarot deck I actually used that I could actually read with. And the one I used at expos and fairs and things like that was the Native American tarot deck. It comes with a really good companion book too, that you have to actually buy separately now. I don't know if you can buy it in a set anymore. Next deck I've got is Tori Hartman's Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Now that's really, it's the Fool's Journey. It's a girl, it's a fool, she's a girl, and she travels through the first 7 cards and then it develops within the next lot, and then you see her in aspects of the cards. She's there all the time as part of the cards. Each card is related to a chakra, one of the 7 chakras, and they're put into there's like 4 of each. Like 2 sets, should I say? 2. Basically, you've got the couple of the major ones, 3 majors. Then you've got 2 minor arcana. So yeah, basically, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I have done walkthroughs of all these decks, so you can actually go through, and if you're actually interested, there's lots of information about these decks throughout YouTube. Lots of readers have used these decks, and so I've explained it a bit more in depth. And I just want to sort of briefly show you the decks, the cards. So, and that deck. So that's the Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. She's done a TarotOracle one as well, which I don't have, but it is available. Just because I can't have everything, I can try, but I won't get everything. Here's the Mary L Tarot, Mary-L. It's done by Mary White. This is the first edition. She has done a second edition, and with her second edition, there are some changes to the cards. Because maybe because of the Hierophant. Look, some people like that card and some people don't. Now, another card, notice if you looked at the second edition, C is the High Priestess. There's another card that's changed. And I think there's another one, but I know that 3 of Swords as well. I can't remember what the other card was that's actually changed. Somebody might be able to tell me below what the other card is, but I love the Mary L, Mary-E, capital E-L, Mary L Tarot by Mary White. This is the first edition with the borders and all that. She has got another edition, the second edition, which has no borders. It's borderless. I quite like the borders. It makes it quite good when you're doing a big, for me, when you're doing a big spread and the color, it's sort of easy to see the images, but personal. Some people love not having borders, and a lot of people have trimmed their edition. Oh, what happened there? Hi, Laura H. Just going through showing some of my decks. Yes, you can have a message. No, can be another. Oh, I didn't realize the time. Definitely, yep, you can have a message. Yep, you can have a message. I'm just showing my tarot and my tarot decks that I've got. Just sort of showing through the Angel Tarot as well by Radley Valentine. This is a good little deck with the little messages underneath. They go with the elements, earth, fire, water, and air. The major arcana have a sort of a darker, more purpley blue, and that has an archangel on it. So they're a good little deck for reading, working with the angels and that, archangels in there, angel messages. Silver Witchcraft. Yeah, Laura, just say your message if you want a reading. I just go through. And Silver Witchcraft, another tarot deck I've got at this time. So this is quite good. This is very pagan, or very, pagan orientated, Wiccan, if you like. It's quite different with the imagery in some of the cards. Some of them are very similar. Some of them are slightly different. Some of them are very different. So yeah, I love this deck as well. This is a really cool deck. So yeah, this is called Silver Witchcraft Tarot. That's the back. Hiya. Yeah, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I just need your question, Laura. Just need your question. Just while I just do this last couple of decks I've got here. I'm not showing everything, but just show you some. New Zealand Naturally, Game Crafter, and this is New Zealand Animals. And it's got waves, coins, peaks, and branches. Branches are wands, peaks are swords, waves are water, are cups, and coins are pentacles, of course. Hi, TarotOracle, how are you? Oh, you caught me. You caught me. Just showing some of my decks that I have. This is a New Zealand one. It's called New Zealand Naturally from Game Crafter. Hi, Marina. Yep, just waiting for Laura's question. When Laura gives me a question, I will be ready to start. This is called New Zealand Naturally Tarot. It's on Game Crafter. And this has got peaks, waves, branches, and coins. And it's got a couple of extra cards and major arcana. Yeah, these are really cute to work with, TarotOracle. This is really a neat to work with New Zealand, but it's on Game Crafter. Really easy to get. Expensive. They're only in that size though. Right, so I'm just waiting for Laura. Okay, can I have a message from my higher self? Yep, sure can. Right, message from your higher self, Laura. Let's have a look. Message tonight from your higher self. Whoop, it was me being clumsy. Okay. Put my glasses on, I might be able to read it. Okay, we've got Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to be a slow, now this is a journey, Laura, that you just can't rush. This is something that's going to be a slow and steady progress. Okay, you've got 10 of Pentacles, which talks about a sense of an inheritance coming through. Now that inheritance doesn't necessarily mean money. It can be, what have you inherited from your ancestors in regards to a traditional, maybe something traditional, or something that comes from your family, past in your family. Okay, so remember, this journey is slow and steady. You've got the Chariot, so they're asking, what sort of direction do you actually want to move in? Okay, Laura, what direction do you actually want to move in? What direction is important to you? And it's going to bring, if you can be really clear on that, look at what's come from the past. What are you bringing in from the past? What have you inherited from the past? And in the direction that you're actually moving into. Okay. So with the Tarot Familiar, I'm just using Echoes of Nature, of course. So we're looking at things from a new perspective. It's asking, can you look at things from a new perspective? And sometimes we just need to just get there directly. Sometimes taking a shortcut could be quite important to the journey. Don't try and waffle and don't get distracted to be wandering off into a different direction. Be quite direct about the direction you're actually going in. And have some fun as well. Don't forget to have some fun, which is really important. So remember, your journey is not going to be a fast journey. You're working on the direction. Awesome. So don't forget, your journey is not going to be a quick journey. It's going to take its time, which is quite important. What are you actually bringing in from the past, and so to speak? You're actually moving in, it is going to be successful, but it's going to take you a bit of thought about it. Okay, look at things from a fresh perspective. Look at the shortest distance that you can travel to actually get there, and actually have some fun with the situation as well, which is going to be super important for you. Okay, Laura? Right, so somebody else had a question before as well. Let me just go back and have a look. So, message from higher self. So, Yahoo, J-A-O-A-O, Yahoo, Firmino. What do you see towards professional career? Professional career. Yeah. Okay, working towards professional career. Yeah. Working towards professional career. Working. Okay. Yayo, 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. So here we've got some sense of stability, trying to find some foundations, maybe a sense of a celebration on some level. It's going to be a lot about pausing, taking a moment, taking a breath, and making sure that you're feeling balanced as well, which is really important. And with that, it's going to be a process of healing oneself. There'll be a lot of healing and stuff going on as you move through the journey. Intimidation. So here you're feeling like you might be a little bit frightened before to sort of move ahead. As above, so below. So what's happening within you can really affect what's going around outside of you as well. So Yayo, just thinking here, this is about you, sense of celebrating, the sense of celebration going on, a sense of a pause. Maybe you've got to take some time, just take a breath for a second and just say, hey, look, this is what I've achieved so far. This is the goal that I'm working towards. It's a sense of receiving as much as you're giving is really important. What are you actually afraid of as you move ahead? You know, how do you feel? It's like you're frightened of something. You know, something's not quite what you expect it to be. So there is a lot of healing and stuff. Remembering what's happening within you. So you've got to find a way to find some calmness going within you, so you can get some calmness around you as well. Super important for the healing process. So that's your message there going through. Okay, Marina, I think that was next. Okay, Marina, definitely. Would me and I, Sagittarius, make a good couple? Let's have a look. Would you guys make a good couple, Marina? Would Marina? Let's have a look about this relationship. Okay, here we've got perseverance here coming up. Perseverance, having some strength as well. Knowing that your actions will have consequences. So whatever actions you take, make sure that you're really clear about them as well. And knowing that you are able to you know, what are you holding on to as well? And, you know, what are you putting away for another time? What are you, I get a sense of like, what are you afraid of and moving ahead in this situation? Because you've got to use some inner strength. You've got to persevere if you want what you truly want. I mean, sometimes relationships could be just for the moment, and it could be really valuable. So here we've got personal space, super important as well. It's about feeling safe as well, Marina. Do you feel safe in the situation? Are you able to communicate clearly within the relationship as well? Don't forget to have some balance, so there might be a need for solitude as well. And facing adversity, so facing the things that we're actually afraid of might be certainly important to you. Okay, so persevere. There is a sense of persevering, about keep going, doing what's right for you in the long run. It is about having some personal strength, some power, some courage to do what you truly want. Knowing that you've got to find some balance in the situation as well. Knowing that the actions that you take will have consequences, whatever you decide to do. So you need to make sure that you've got stability in how you're feeling about the whole situation, or you know, making sure that you stay grounded and you're just feeling very you know, what are you holding on to in regards to the situation as well? You know, is it something that you could actually let go of? You know, you've got to decide that. You've got to make sure that you've got your own personal space, really important. You've got the solitude. You're able to communicate that clearly within the relationship. Because I feel like solitude or your personal space is really important to you, Marina. Do you find your personal space is very important to you? But I feel like you need to face what frightens you. Look at deep down. Yeah. Okay. You shouldn't jump into it too quickly either. Okay. So yeah, trust in yourself. Trust in your gut instinct. Okay. So yeah, it is about finding. I'm so pleased you love these cards, Marina. They're by TarotOracle. I don't know how many sets have you got left, TarotOracle? How many sets have you got left on your Etsy shop? They are just fantastic to work with. I love them. Facing adversity. So really about finding the need to really look deep within and what frightens you, what scares you. You got 20 left? Okay, cool. Just so that I know, I've been rambling about them. I love them. I think they work really well with the Tarot Familiar as well. So yeah, Marina. Safe in a one world already. Guys took me. Okay. I know I had a Lisa here, so I'm not quite sure who's. So let me just do something here. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Marina. I just realised I think my what's it called? Just trying to think. Gone blank. Okay, I'm just going to do one little thing. I'm just going to switch back just a second. Whew, it's got hot. I always get really hot when I'm working with the cards a lot. Oh, that rain's coming up. I don't know if you can hear the rain. Don't know if you can hear the rain. I am still here, so I haven't really disappeared. So hopefully you haven't. I haven't hidden myself. I'm just trying to do a little something. Okay, so I'm just trying to. It is hot. Okay. So this one here. Okay. I think I'm nearly there, guys. Sorry, I'm just, won't be a second. I don't know what skies my drone is talking about. So I'm just going to do, okay. Oops, sorry, I'm just going to pause that a second. Just waiting to do something. What are you talking about? Skies took my drone. Weird. I don't know quite what's going on there. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is, here we go. Just going to do a couple here. I feel like I can trust you. Okay. Just because I'm in StreamYard and can't normally do this, but I'm going to get rid of this person. Okay. Hi, Googly Tube. So I'm hoping that's hidden that person. Marina and TarotOracle. I just need to add a couple more. I just realized the mods that are normally in here aren't in here at the moment. So I just added you two through, so you'll know that you guys are mods, should show up. And I just took out the other one, so hopefully that's worked. Okay, Googly Tube, will it be a successful relationship with your current partner? That was a bit weird. Just got 4 cards flew out. Was not expecting that. Okay, interesting. Here we've got the Magician. Okay, and we've got the Emperor. You've got the Fool with new beginnings, and you've got the Tower with things being shaken up. So it feels like it's going to sort of shake your world, if you like. It's going to turn your world upside down. The Magician can be a couple of things. One thing is about looking beyond the illusion. Look beyond, Googly, you need to look beyond the surface. Okay? Hi, Rion. I'll do you in a second. I've just finished with Googly Tube, and then I'll get to you. So the Magician to me is very much about looking beyond the illusion, looking beyond the surface of the situation, being able to manifest what you actually want by using your skills or your tools that you actually have within you. Okay, the Emperor is about being in control, but it can also be talking about a fatherhood, a father type figure, or someone who's a ruler or a boss in some way, a manager maybe. Somebody in that sort of energy can be quite important. You've got a lot of major cards coming on here. You've got the Magician, the Emperor, the Fool, and the Tower. The Fool talks about being free-spirited, maybe a sense of a new beginning, okay, within the relationship. And the Tower does talk about things being shaken up. Maybe you need to break down the barriers, break down the walls to what the relationship, so the relationship could be successful. Let's see what the Echoes of Nature cards have for us in regards to the situation. So I feel like you really need to look beyond the illusion. It is about ruling. Things are going to be intense. I feel like there's a lot of intensity. Okay. Oh, it just said your current partner. Just said current partner. I don't know who the person is. Just says current partner. So it does talk about intensity. It does feel like there are some influences around you. Some small influences. I don't think major, just some small influences. But yes, it looks like you're waiting for someone else coming up. It's like you're waiting for somebody else. So is there a second person? And it's like you're just hanging on to the past, but you're actually waiting for someone else. So you said successful relationship with your current partner, then you say to me, does it relate to my boyfriend? Now you just confused us. I'm sorry, you sort of shifted the energy slightly there, so I'm not quite sure what. Oh, it doesn't. The first question I asked the cards was, will it be a successful relationship with my current partner? And these are the cards that I got, that I felt like there'll be you needing to look beyond the illusion, you needing to sort of like take control of your life in some way. There is a sense of a new beginning, a fresh start, because your world is going to be shaken up in some way, right? Oh, you want to know about the Emperor? Oh, sorry. No, see, I'm totally confused, because you said, will I have a successful relationship with my current partner? And you're saying, okay, does this one relate to your boyfriend? Don't know. For the Emperor, you asked if it related to your boyfriend. Because I said about the manager side of it, only you will know who that is. Okay, only you will know who that person is. It feels like you're waiting for somebody. Feels like you're waiting for somebody else, or you're waiting for someone, and you're just hanging into the relationship where you are for meantime. Totally up to you what you do with it, remember. This is just based on your current relationship, whoever that current relationship is with. This is who this reading is about. That's what I focused on. I focused on your current relationship. I don't know who your current relationship's with. Do you mean with your boy? Is your current relationship with your boyfriend? This whole reading is about him. Was about the current relationship, and then this whole and you. Scattered energy. With the cards, whatever your first question I focused on, that was what the cards come out in regards to. Okay? Because it changes context. Well, the reading was, take a moment, take a breath, Googly. Hi, Divine Spirit of Sunshine. Hey, Sock of the Month Award. Okay. Googly, take a breath, take a moment. Listen to the reading and take from it what resonates. Okay. You might have to come back to the reading later when I've signed off. When I've signed off, come back to the reading and have a relook at it again. So basically it's saying, I mean, it generally looks a fairly good reading overall for you personally, but I feel like your world's going to be shaken upside down. Okay, so the Tower does sort of finish it with a bit of it could be a sort of a negative aspect, but it can also be a positive aspect. It's totally up to you how you look at it. When your world gets turned, it says new beginnings, and your world turned upside down. Could be that the walls around you feel like they're crumbling, but then it means that you can rebuild your journey the way you desire to it. So it's totally up to you how you look at that for you personally. Like when I look at that, for me, it feels quite a positive card. Like it feels quite a positive energy for you personally and where you're going. But then we pull this out and it's got like the intensity, there's some influences going on, but it's like you're waiting for somebody else to come into the picture. It's like you're on hold. It's like you're stuck when you've got waiting for someone and hanging on. Tower resonated. See, I don't know your situation, so only you can take the message, take what I've said, and look at what the message is overall. Basically, I feel like you're waiting for somebody else and you're just hanging into the relationship for some reason. You've got some small influences going on and things are quite intense at the moment. I feel like it's just going to take a moment, take a breath and just be in the moment at this time, because the Tower can tell you that you can rebuild. The Tower does remind us that we can rebuild our path the way we choose to. Okay? Can remind us to rebuild. Right. Next, I saw up here, we have Orion lights. Will I be able to shift this week? Rion. I should really do this, to be honest. It means that I stand up all the time. If I do this, and then change it each time. Right, let's have a look. I'll be able to know exactly what I'm doing. Rion. Will I be able to shift? Right, oops. I'm back up here. You're welcome, Googly Tube. Just remember with the readings, you can come back at any time and have a look. Okay, Rion, let's have a look. Will I be able to shift? Don't forget, these are just suggestions and ideas, and you've got to do what's right for you. These are just guidance from the cards. It's about your own free will, remember? Okay. Rion, will I be able to shift? Wheel of Fortune. Sense of feeling stuck, like you're going around and around in circles. Taking care of self. Being led out of the cold. And celebrating. So yeah, you might feel like you're a bit stuck at the moment, but you're going to find yourself being able to just take a moment, take a breath, and actually make a decision about the direction you're going to move in. So it's going to allow you to feel like you're actually taking care of yourself as well, which is super important, Rion. It's going to be also allowing you to actually take, I get this one, the Five of Pentacles tells there's definitely a shift of moving into something a bit more comfortable. It's like you're being led out of the cold, so to speak. And this Four of Wands is a sense of celebration. I feel like everything's sort of going to come together. So it could be stable. Foundations are being created. Okay, foundations. And here we've got inspiration being gathered. There's, you know, it feels like you're something that's holding you back in some way. There's something that's sort of holding you back. And so there might be a need to be a little bit clever, a little bit sly in being able to move ahead. And so that you can actually look further out. So I feel like there's something you could shift. Okay, and there is a reason to celebrate. But I still feel like you need to gather some inspiration. There's something that you need to face at this time, Rion. It's something that you actually need to face, and it might be a need for you to actually be a little bit sly, a little bit clever in the way you do what you need to do, so that you can start looking further and expanding your vision, if you like. I get expanding your vision. So that's for Rion there. And then the next person. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Okay, Okay, and I get next one. Let's have a look. Rion did. Okay. Rion likes. Will I be able to shift this week? Done that one. And stock of the month. Let's do this one. Will I be my desired goal this week? Thought I could do that. Will I be able to manifest my desired goal this week? Okay, Knave of Wands. There's that seeking message coming. Okay, you got the Magician. It's all about manifesting your goals. It's all about looking beyond the illusion, using your skills and your abilities to manifest your desired goal this week. Oh, it's all right, Stock. Cool. What am I getting again coming out of the cold? So I feel like 5 of Cups. Okay. Really important when you're manifesting. Hi, Workout, Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. Okay, I've just got a couple of more readings to do. I've got another reading to do before you, Tiffany. I will get there. Okay, so, Sock, let's think about this for a minute. Take a breath. Look at what you're actually focusing on at this time. What are you actually focusing on? Remember, when you focus on the negative aspects, you're going to bring more of that energy into your life. So it's really important for you to focus on what you can control, focus on the things that you can do, what actions you can actually take, so you can find yourself manifesting exactly what you want. With the Magician card, I get that sense of manifesting your own reality by using your tools, your abilities, your skills to achieve it. And it feels like you're then coming out of the cold and you're being able to focus just on the positive aspect, okay? Just focus on the positive aspects of your life. Don't try and focus on the doubt. When you doubt, that's what you bring more of. This one here, we've got taking the shortcut. Okay, in this case, I'm saying be careful about, I'm saying don't take the shortcut. Be careful because the shortcut in this way may not be the right path. Okay, here we've got what inspires you. Okay, what brings you inspiration and enabling you to actually take action. There's actually a set of steps that you need to take before you can manifest your desired goal. So what you do is break your goal into smaller goals. What can you do today to work towards your goal? What can you do tomorrow to work towards your goal? Write down a plan of the things that you need to do. So it's not a shortcut. This is going to take step by step, and it's about what inspires you to actually take action to reach your goal. It's about leading the way. So it's about really moving ahead. It's about going in the right direction and what suits you. Okay, Sock? Does that, you understand what I'm saying there? What's really important for you to make sure the messages are coming through for you? Are you listening to the messages that are actually coming through for you too, spiritually? Is super important, not just from me. I'm not saying listen to messages from me, but what are you listening to within yourself? You know, are you able to trust your gut instinct? Are you able to trust your own intuition? Are you trusting the signs that are coming or the direction that you're being pushed in? Are you noticing that? Are you using your skills and your talents to look beyond the illusion? You know what I mean? So it's all about you moving ahead, focusing on the positive aspects, you find yourself leading out of the cold. So things will move into it. You can do it, but it's all about the action that you choose to take, breaking your goal down into smaller pieces. It's not a shortcut. I feel like it's a step at a time to get where you need to be. Okay, so that's your message there. So let's have a look who's next. Okay, so I have got Divine Spirit. May I ask what spiritual gifts you have? Okay. Whew, let's have a look. What's going to come through for you? Spiritual gifts. Okay. I've just got to stop there for a second because I actually think if we're looking at spiritual gifts and things like that, I think the angel deck I've got here is going to be a better deck in asking that question. Let me just pull this. I don't normally do this, but I just feel like the Divine Spirit of Sunshine. Let's get you what spiritual gifts. Let's see what cards come out here. Okay, so don't get too stressed up about what gifts you actually have. The same, don't worry too much. You've got an angel of abundance. So it's telling me you've got plenty of gifts that lie within you, and those gifts could be anything. It's whatever you feel drawn to within yourself. We've got, what do you need to actually let go of? That's super, super important. An angel of inner peace. So they're saying don't worry too much about what gifts you do have or don't have, because actually you've got you've got abundance of lots of different things. Okay, whoops. Let's just move that down so I can see. Oh, okay. Okay, Leonard, I will get back to you in a short while in regards to the question. Okay, so Divine Spirit of Sunshine. You've got to look at, don't get too stressed up about spiritual gifts, etc. What are they? What's going on? It's about trusting in yourself and developing within yourself, working with cards. Do you find that you can touch things and feel things? Because the only person that knows what gifts they actually have is yourself. So don't worry about it. It's saying don't stress too much. You've got an angel of abundance, so you've got a lot of stuff going on within you. I feel you've got a little bit of everything coming in. I feel you've got some clairvoyance coming in little bits. You might even find you can hear stuff, clairaudience. Definitely clairsentient, so you could be empathic, where you feel a lot of stuff. I don't know whether you smell or taste things at different times that are actually not around. So you might find yourself coming in with a little bit of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, or a claircognizant where you actually know things. So I feel like you've got an angel of abundance. You've got a lot of stuff going on within you, and I think that's why you're a little confused. So you just need to take it easy, take a breath, just release, surrender to the moment, and find some inner peace. So it might be important for you to get a book on psychic development and do some of the exercises in the book and see where it comes for you. Because I feel like you just got to take a breath and just develop within yourself. I feel like you can develop all these abilities. And it's whatever feels comfortable within you as well. So, it's all about making plans about, it's like, what can you do to enhance what you already have? Here we've got blending in, and I feel like you're sort of hiding yourself away in a way. I feel like the sense of blending in. Let me see if I can think of it there. Again, you got taking action, things to do, and what inspires you. Again, we're getting a lot of those similar cards. You'll find cards will keep coming up that are very similar to everybody else. But I feel like there's some things that you can actually do, Divine Spirit. There's some things that you can actually do to work out where your strengths are, what you need to work on, what you need to develop. But I feel you've got a little bit of everything, because you've just got to work out how you can develop those further. Okay, so it means that you're not blending in so much, that you're sort of coming out into your own and you're doing what's unique for you. You don't have to be the same as everybody else. You have to do what's right for you as an individual. So you've got to take the action that you need to develop within yourself. And I think you can do that by finding what inspires you, what allows you to shine within yourself. What's your unique gift? And I feel like you've got a little bit of everything. So it's trying to bring that out from you is going to be super important. Okay, so that's your reading, Divine Spirit. Okay, and I used the Angel Oracle because I felt that was more closer to what you needed for your question. Okay, so let's have a look. Who else had a message here? Now I did do Divine Spirit. So let's have a look here. Oh, Tiffany, yep, definitely. How will the month of April turn out for you? Okay, so I'm just going through. I don't know. Oops, these messages. I always forget that they. Oh, you're welcome, Divine Spirit. Don't forget with the messages, you can come back and listen to them at any time. My videos are always online and you'll always find them there. Just take note of when my message was for you. Okay, so Tiffany, let's have a look at how the month of April will turn out to be for you. Month of April. Whoa. Okay. Cards flew out. We've got 10 of Wands, and maybe you're going to be feeling a little burdened. You're going to be feeling a little weighed down at this time. You've got Knight of Pentacles. Remember, this is going to feel like a bit of a long month for you. But it's going to be quite intense. Even though it's going to feel like it's a long month, it's a long and slow. And there is going to be, I guess, it's chaos and stuff around you. I know 8 of Wands can sometimes be swift movement, but I'm getting sort of like chaotic movement around you. And we've got Knight of Swords here, so it's a sense of taking a moment to make some plans before you rush into anything as well. I think it's going to be a month of making plans and doing those sort of things for you. Okay, Tiffany, so this is going to be a month for you. I know you're going to feel a little weighed down, and I know it's going to feel like a bit hectic, a bit chaotic and stuff going on. But just remember to make sure you've made some plans. Oh, it says path less traveled. So it's like you're going to be maybe traveling a path, and I don't mean necessarily a physical path. It could be a spiritual path that you have not yet traveled before. Okay, this is going to be something new for you. Cards dropping. So we've got path less travelled, and it's like you're going to be leading the way. It's going to be quite unique. It's going to be like you're going to be at the forefront of the path in some way. Self-care is going to be super important for you this month as well. Okay, April's going to be a month of self-care. A lot of contemplation going on for you. Feels like there's a lot of reflection. Got the moon coming up here as well. So again, you've got that sense of reflection. You've got the steps here. It's a bit of a journey coming up. So yeah, it feels like there is a bit of a journey ahead for you. It's not going to be a path that you've traveled before. It is going to be unique. It feels like you're going to be like the first one doing it in a way. It feels like you're going to be quite unique. So self-care is going to be super important with a lot of contemplation for you, Tiffany. It's going to be a month of contemplation, I feel. So there's going to be a lot of reflection, a lot of contemplation, a lot of thought going into the month. Remember, it's not going to be a quick month. It is going to feel like it's quite slow. It's not going to be rushing past you, even though there's going to be a lot of chaos around you. It does feel like there's a lot of rushed chaos, So you do need to make sure that you take a step back, take a breath, and just go, okay, this is the path that I'm going on. This is the things that I actually need to do. And I'm in charge. It's like you needing to be in charge of your journey. You need to be in charge of your journey, Tiffany. That's super, super important. Okay, now, Leonard, you're talking about soulmates. There are so many different definitions of soulmates. Okay, and it is such a tricky one to do. Okay. I'm not a huge thing on soulmates in regards to being in relationships and all that sort of thing. Okay, because sometimes, hi Lucas. Okay, Leonard, let's have a look. So what do you, basically you want to know whether it's a relationship worth pursuing. Is that what you're talking about, Leonard? Is this a relationship that's worth pursuing in a way? Is K my soulmate? Let's have a look. Just because someone's a soulmate doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in a relationship with them. There's so many different meanings of soulmates. Soulmates can just be friends, just an intense friendship. I mean, there's lots and lots of reason about soulmate. I get a bit weary in doing readings for that. I've just had these cards before, they keep pulling out. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, what is the relationship between Kay and you? Okay, relationship, let's have a look. Well, we've got Knave of Pentacles, so that's sort of a new, something new, youthful. Four of Pentacles is a sense of whole, so it's basically, it's something new, okay? A Knave of Pentacles is sort of something new. It's somebody who's, there's lots of aspects to the Knave. I'm just thinking in regards to the relationship aspect of it. I feel like it's a new relationship. It is about, you know, what are you holding on to in regards to the relationship. Does talk about balance, okay, but it also talks about a sense of don't forget your actions have consequences as well. So there may be some consequences to the relationship. And again, you get that sense of movement, moving ahead, and there is a sense of intensity coming through as well. I just feel like there's one more coming out for you. Got strength. I feel like there's a relationship you're going to need is the courage or the strength to endure. Okay, the relationship between you is new in some way. I feel like it's a new thing. So I don't feel like it's I'm not getting like it's I'm not getting like a past life connection or anything like that. I'm just feeling like it's a new relationship, and I think that's why it feels quite intense, because it's quite new. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, what are you actually holding on to in regards to this relationship as well? What are you actually holding on to? And also too, remembering that the choices that you actually make do have consequences in this relationship as well. So it doesn't feel 100%. It feels like you're going to need a lot of strength to endure the relationship. It's going to be a learning experience. Okay, that makes it much easier. Okay, this makes it a lot easier. It's a learning experience for you. This relationship is a learning relationship, okay? It's a lesson learning. There could be a lot of confusion within the relationship as well. There is also a sense of loyalty at the same time. So it's like you're being dragged into the relationship because you feel like you must. Like there's a sense of, I want to say obligation to the relationship. Okay, and it's going to cause sort of a bit of a journey in it, but it's a learning journey. Okay, I feel like there's a journey ahead in the thing. It is quite confusing. It is a new relationship. I don't feel like it's a past life, or it's not a soul. It's not what we would traditionally call a soulmate. Okay, in that respect, if you're talking about a past life connection or anything like that, it feels very new. And it's a very learning something that you have to learn from. It's a relationship that you're learning. I know there's a lot of confusion. There is a sense of an obligation or a loyalty to the situation, and it is going to cause you to travel. So there is some work to be done within the relationship, okay? It is a relationship that's going to cause you to have to do a lot of learning, okay? A lot of development within self, lessons that you need to learn. That's why I think the Justice card came up here, because a lot of it is about the lessons that you actually need to learn. And that's why things may feel like they're intense. There's a lot of chaos and stuff going along, and you're actually going to need some real strength for you to get through this and work out. And so the relationship can be whatever you want it to be, but it is going to take some work. It is going to take some development within you. Okay, so that's the message. Really is going to be something quite it's a lesson to learn. So yeah, there is definitely a connection there on some level, but it feels very new, and there's something for you to learn from. Okay, Lucas, you're next. And I think I am getting to very, very close to the end. Oh, shoot, 2 hours. Yes, definitely to the end of my time. I will finish this one. This is the last one. Okay, Lucas. Will you and your friend Nathan will reconcile friendship? Will you be able to? So how can you reconcile your friendship? Okay, you've got 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands asks that you take a moment, you take a pause, look at where you've come from, you know, within the friendship. What was the friendship like before? What was the friendship like before, and where are you going to actually move ahead? And it asks that you celebrate. It's like you need to celebrate the friendship. It's super important. Queen of Pentacles reminds us to nurture. There's a sense of nurturing as well. Nurturing the relationship. Nurturing the friendship. And the world does talk about moving on. So here you've got a sense of reflection. Taking a moment to actually take a pause, have a look at the relationship that was going on. Have a look at what's ahead for you. Have a look at what's actually ahead for you. You know, where do you see yourself? That's really important. And this is about celebrating the friendship as it was. This could be a sense of nurturing that relationship in some way, or nurturing yourself another way, or being nurtured in some way. Because the World card talks about a sense of completion. So it does talk about things moving on. Now, whether that's relationship moving on, or, you know, whether you're moving on to something new, it's unsure. It depends on the work that you decide to do here, Lucas. This really depends on what happens here. This could mean 2 things. If you decide to reflect and really be honest about the relationship and celebrate it for what it is, and nurture the relationship. Oh, this deck here, Googly, is Echoes of Nature from TarotOracle. He said he has 20 decks left. Tarot. Here we go. Okay, Lucas, we're looking at saving for winter. So what are we putting away for another day? What are we actually? It's like you're scared to let it go. Unexpected friendship, unexpected friends. Looking at the past. So it could be about nurturing the friendship. Totally up to you. Casting a long shadow. So I feel like you could reconcile. Yeah, Echoes of Nature. It's only available through TarotOracle. Okay, you have to find him on. You'll have to get his link to his Etsy shop. You'll have to email TarotOracle if you want Echoes of Nature, because he only has 20 left and it's on his Etsy shop. Because he just did the Kickstarter basically and had 20 left over. Okay, so Lucas, I feel like it's definitely a sense of you deciding what you want to do. It is possible to reconcile, but it depends on what work you decide to do, whether you're prepared to, you know, put aside your differences, whether you are able to reflect on what the value of the relationship, you know, value the friendship. That could be really important, Lucas. And then you've got that friendship coming back again in some way as you look at the past. So it might be unexpected. It depends on what you choose to do, okay, within the relationship. And it's about acknowledging the shadow aspects of what's actually gone wrong. What was your part in it, and maybe acknowledging your part in the friendship or part in what stopped the friendship. It's about acknowledging your part in it, or your whatever you chose to do in the whole thing. So I think that's going to make a difference on whether the relationship moves into a new cycle and it starts again, or reconciles, starts again. That's totally up to you what you choose to do with it. Okay. So that's the cards for you, Lucas. Okay, so this is it. I am ending. Okay, so yes, Google it. Echoes of Nature, TarotOracle. I'm getting hot there. Just move this out of the way so it doesn't get hurt. Oh, you're welcome, Lucas. No problem at all. Okay, so that's me. I'm going to say good night to everyone because I've been 2 hours on here and I wasn't meant to be. I was only supposed to be an hour. But of course, everything started to happen and everything started to move. So I had shown some of the tarot decks that I actually have. There's one that I didn't show, so I will show that before I finish up. One deck left that I actually want to show, one of my tarot decks, is by Seraphina's Modern Tarot. And this is very sort of decluttered modern imagery that she has created. And this is also Seraphina, Serafina. You can find her on Twitter, Instagram, Etsy, I think, and you'll find her here on YouTube as well, where she has shown her deck. So I just wanted to briefly show you Seraphina's Modern Tarot. It's a very sort of decluttered imagery, which is quite great when you just want sort of another sort of quick deck to work with. And I may work with it one night this week. So there you are. That's some of my tarot decks anyway. It's not the whole collection. There is still more to come, which you can see if you tune in tomorrow night. And I'll show you the rest of, maybe the rest of the tarot decks and the oracle and whatever else. So there we are. Thanks for being with Hikato's Crossing. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified when my next video is available. I do all sorts of VRs, all sorts of videos on there, learning videos, all sorts of bits and pieces. Don't forget to check out my links on my channel. You can go to Instagram, Twitter, Unseen Ellie, or my blog if you want a private reading. Private reading means that you will get an email reading, or it could go through Skype if you want to, or it could be a video reading especially for you. Of course, my prices, all sorts of prices. Don't forget, if you want an in-depth reading, you can also do them through my lives. You can check out the link down below as well to be ready for the next live if you want to. If you want to do a payment and then we'll be ready for the next live, totally up to you. Also too, you can check out Make Playing Cards and you will see the Tarot Oracle Lotteria Lenormand and playing cards that I have created myself on Make Playing Cards. So lots and lots of links for you to look at, have a browse through, see if anything resonates, whatever is fine. Thank you for being with me, and we'll see you again. I'm here every night, same time, 2 hours earlier I start. So 9 p.m. New Zealand time. So thank you very much, and blessed be.